Hello, this is Blake Zaster. I'm starting YouTube up here. And right now I'm just going to go over my top 5, or however many I have here, fall baits. So, first off, we got a deep diving square bill. I don't know what pattern this is. It looks like a bass, kind of, sort of. It's not a name brand. Most people use KBD. I use bargain bin stuff, guys. I'm not no rich fisherman. That's my favorite thing to use. You can toss these everywhere. You toss them along rocks and they'll do their thing. Gotta get them with the rattle. My second favorite bait would probably have to be this white craw imitation. It's just got two things. You can flip this on the back of a jig. You can Texas rig it. You can throw it on a jig head. It just falls and leaves it. And it looks like a crayfish, basically. Or you can take these off and wacky rig it. That little tiny piece right there, and wacky rig it, and you can catch some bass sometimes too. My third bait would probably have to be this beaver tail or whatever they're called. I can't quite remember all the time. That right there. You can Texas rig these weightless, and you can fish them basically like a frog about 2 inches below the water. Or you can throw them with a weight, and they'll go down, and they'll look like a crayfish too. And you can put those on a trailer as a jig. My fourth bait may seem a little crazy, but it's actually this pretty good sized swim bait right here. Now, this is a rattling swim bait. Not very much rattle to it, but actually, I got this for like $5 off Wish, which is surprisingly cheap. Now, it's Predatorios. It's something Chinese, I don't know. It's just a cheap little swim bait. But you gotta throw this on something heavy. I don't have very much heavy stuff, so I don't throw it very often, but I'll flip that when I get bored. My next bait of choice would have to be the Yum Dinger. Now, I prefer the blue with the blue shiny flake, Texas rigged, or I actually use Texas rig hooks to wacky rig, because that's a bigger hook, but the same size profile, and all you gotta do to change it to Texas is just go right back to that. Or I'll throw it Texas on top of the water and dart it around. My next bait of choice is actually just a little grub. A little pedal tail grub. Now, the jig head size doesn't really matter to me because I'm always fishing these fairly quick. The depth, that's how you do that. My next bait, I love to use this bait year-round. This is my only one that I have like this. I have different colors, but this is my only shad imitation. This is a lipless crankbait. It's not a name brand. It's actually one that you can get for like $2.50 at Walmart. I mean, cheap. My next bait would have to be this tiny jerkbait. It's the first jerkbait I've ever bought, and I mean, it's just all around a good jerkbait. They don't dive too deep. You can fish them like a crankbait, a jerkbait. You can fish them really good. Next thing, them right there. You know what I'm talking about. The Z-Mans. Them right there. I know it don't look very good, but that right there. You throw that on these special jig heads my friend gave me. I don't know where they are right now, but. And I'm going to show you the last bait that I actually use. It may be surprising. Open water. You go out. You want to catch some big old sunfish. You go out there with one of these suckers. A nice fishing jig. Tip it with a wax room just like you would. You put that underneath of a bridge. And you let it sit on the bottom. If my hand was the bottom, twitch it. You let it twitch around. Now my last thing I'm going to go over is actually my fishing rod. This is a 6-piece fishing rod. It starts off as a normal rod and it actually ends as a fly rod. And it's fairly heavy. I mean, I switch between 2 reels. I have an Optics 30. It's a really nice reel. It's really smooth. It's a nice casting. I got it for $25, I think, at some fishing store. And lastly, what came with this? This is actually a rod set. Let me get it to there. A guide stream reel. They're really nice reels. I mean, they're mostly plastic, but they're fast. Drag works really nice. This is my first video ever, so don't make fun of me, guys. I'm not a YouTuber yet. Let me show you. I'm starting off cheap, guys. You guys gotta give me some support. Give me some subscribers, man. I don't know what else to say, so give me a subscribe if you want to. Peace.